Welcome to the Depths of Erendorn monthly development log for April 2023. Throughout this video we'll be looking through some of the work completed by each department over the last month, as well as taking the time to summarise the effort needed to create a brand new online RPG. Let's get into it, starting with 3D modelling. Throughout April, Depths of Erendorn's 3D modelling team made impressive strides in developing a set of new armour. The team's focus was on sculpting and refining each piece, putting in extra effort to add intricate details that would make the armour stand out in game. They took great care to ensure that every element of the design was polished to perfection before moving on to the next step. Once the sculpting phase was complete, the team moved on to the retopology process. Here they created a low poly model suitable for the integration into the game engine while still maintaining a high visual fidelity of the original design. This process is crucial to ensuring that the armour looks visually striking in game while still performing efficiently and smoothly. In April, the set piece design team put their focus on improving assets within the game to create a more visually appealing and immersive gameplay experience for players. The team's main priority was the playtest, which provided valuable insight into how assets looked and performed in actual gameplay. Based on this feedback, the team identified the need for material fixes, specifically in the specular values of some bridge assets, as well as improving asset collision. To enhance the gameplay environment, the team made several key updates. They desaturated certain clutter assets to create resting areas for the player's eyes, replaced rug meshes with planes for unique rug textures, and addressed specularity issues to make assets look more realistic and visually pleasing. All these changes were aimed at improving the overall gameplay experience and making it more immersive for players. The client-side team have been working tirelessly to improve the game's functionality and enhance the overall player experience. They've tackled a variety of tasks, including designing and implementing ability error codes, updating the core function of dialogue, and fixing issues that were highlighted in team playtests. The team has also made significant improvements to the turn timer, interactables, and ability and active effect template systems. Specifically, they've been hard at work bug fixing to prevent build crashes, updating targeting upgrades for ability templates, and ensuring that abilities and effects trigger their animations, visual effects, and sound effects correctly. These efforts have resulted in significant progress towards addressing issues and improving gameplay mechanics. Throughout April, the server-side team have been hard at work on various tasks, aimed at enhancing gameplay mechanics and addressing bugs. Here are some of the highlights. Firstly, they have implemented a new effect block error system that will now return a reason for every possible ability failure. This means players will now be provided with more detailed information about why their abilities have failed, such as how much mana was needed versus how much the player has. The team also spent time fixing various bugs and upgrading the server restart and hosting configuration to make it more efficient. In addition, they've prepared the server codebase to work with a good cache service and implemented various refactors that have been waiting for some time. Also, they focused on polishing up dungeons and bringing them up to the same level as the open world combat adventures. Our team worked on an advanced way of handling disconnected players in dungeons, allowing them to automatically vote on a default option on a dungeon's reroll vote, and placing them into the dungeon on a valid spawn tile. Lastly, the team worked on a new code for an upcoming big refactor, with changes made to the progression data and adventure structs to provide a comprehensive breakdown of what was gained from where. The animation team behind Depths of Erendorn have been hard at work enhancing character movement and creating much needed animations for various characters. Their focus has been on improving the animations of Group 1 creatures like dogs and bears, adding wing animations and crafting animation blueprints and blends for hyenas and bears. The team has also created stun animations for both Group 1 and Group 3 creatures, including spiders and scorpions. To improve locomotion animations, they've been reviewing and updating character entity blueprints for texture variations and polyboxes for characters. Furthermore, the team has started planning and implementing animation changes based on feedback from gameplay tests to enhance the overall gameplay experience. Through their meticulous testing, research, and planning efforts, the animation team has dedicated themselves to creating realistic and immersive character movements. During April, the visual effects team have been diligently working on improving the game's abilities and refining textures based on feedback received from playtests. They began the month by completing necessary behind-the-scenes work and shifting their focus to abilities that require improvements in terms of both functionality and aesthetics. The team has already started updating the Fireball and the Nature's Bolt and has plans to convert them to Niagara systems for more advanced visual effects. In addition to these updates, the team has also been focusing on refining textures to create optimal visual impact and has created new visual effects for Thunderstorm and Ice Storm. The team's efforts are aimed at creating a polished and exciting playtest build for internal testing, and they have made significant progress towards this goal throughout the month. The sound design team behind Depths of Erendorn made significant progress in enhancing the overall audio experience of the game. They started by working on generic pings, ensuring that they are distinct from one another, and fixed the volume issue of the Lionman vocal audio. After conducting a playthrough, the team went back and addressed the audio bugs while making general mixing notes to improve the overall sound quality of the game. They focused on polishing and refining the audio effects of the level 1 abilities, ensuring consistent levels and quality, and preparing them for the final mixing stage. Although the updates may not be particularly groundbreaking, the sound design team's meticulous attention to detail and dedication to delivering high quality audio experiences contribute to creating an immersive and captivating gameplay environment. In the world of game development, creating immersive and captivating environments is an essential part of the process. Throughout April, the environment team have been testing and refining different techniques for real-world geometry displacement, destruction effects, and texture mapping on the castle ruins to achieve this goal. Also experimenting with the modular ruins kit, testing seamless fit between components and working on visually appealing materials. The team would implement the pre-ruined walls into the engine, giving us an indication of the scale they were working at, then moving on to dissecting the walls to their age and decrepit form. Throughout the coming weeks, we'll get to see the ruins implemented into the engine, so exciting things to come. In April, the concept team has been hard at work finalising the concept pieces of the Spellcasters of Erendorn. With intricate new details and a glimmer of opulence for the golden protective gear, this piece truly captures the essence of power and magic. The team also worked on a subtle glow from the red gems on the shoulder pieces, making the wearer appear even more formidable. But that's not all. The team has also been working on designing new armour for the Assassins of Erendorn. Starting with darker colours to convey their stealthy nature, the team is refining and adding more details to these designs in the coming weeks. We can't wait to show off the finished product. On the UI side of things, the team has been hard at work iterating on different designs, and they've come up with a range of designs that will make it easier for players to know where they can spawn their character in. By using a brighter colour and highlighting the entire square, players will have a clearer idea where they can spawn within the dungeon. This change may seem small, but it can make a big difference in the overall gameplay experience. The team is still working on refining this update, and we can't wait to see it implemented into the game over the coming weeks. That wraps up this video development log for April 2023. We hope you've enjoyed it. Much more work was completed throughout the month that we could not fit into this summary. Following the link in the description will take to the Depths of Erendorn website, where you can read more about the work completed by developers. Also, for daily updates, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and Reddit, or join our Discord server. Have a good one, and we'll bring you more next month.